As much as I enjoyed this chapter in terms of gameplay, and I really like the characters, the fact that I have to wait a year, the fact that this feels very much like an even less... Like, it feels less than Chapter 3 in terms of actual reveals.
Yeah, no, I mean, in Chapter 3, we got the Knights, and we got all the John Mantle stuff. Like, I don't even know what you would speculate on from this chapter. Like, it's pretty much just, like, I mean, the answers we get from this chapter are basically, like, basically like stuff that was kind of obvious. Like, yeah, okay, we kind of already knew Asgore went to a dark world at some point and was trying to clear his name.
Yeah.
That was figured out a while ago. That's not like a mind-blowing revelation. And not every chapter needs to have like mind-blowing revelations, but this chapter just does feel kind of like out of place ultimately. The way I ranked it, because somebody asked me my opinion, and I told them it goes 2 and 4, and then 5, and I think 5 is in fact above 1 and 3. Right? Like, I think it's like just...
I'm gonna say I think it's below 3 for me. Maybe I'd have to sit with them more. Like, I really like the characters. I think the frustration of this chapter feels like it's running in place is what's bringing it down. Like, not only is it running in place, the allusion to the fact that, like, this chapter is a reflection of Chapter 1, like, also feels... I don't know, like, this is probably the most disappointed I've been with Deltarune, and, like... And it's, like, I'm gonna say, like, you know, I don't think it's bad. Like, it was very fun. There's lots of meme-worthy stuff. I'm definitely gonna, maybe, like, the weird route is gonna elucidate on stuff a lot more. But, like...
Well, what I can tell you is the weird route is really brief. It does end on something I find very interesting, and, I mean, we can probably play the weird route tonight. It is very short.
Is it? Like...
Yeah, it's... Like, there's massive implications for it, but it is very brief.
Let's yap some more. So, ignoring the weird route, we can discuss that more later. Like, the normal route, I liked Flowery. I liked all of the flowers. They were fun. The gameplay was pretty fun. Dashing Soul was frustrating, but, like, that's, you know, we've talked about my controller / monitor issues. Like, I mean, because, like, you know, one of the reasons why I stalled on making my own shmup is that, like, every time I look at it, it just looks blurry to me, and I think it's just the refresh rate on my monitors is really low, so it looks bad, but, like, that dash fight was so blurry, it was kind of hard to even, like, see what was happening at times for me, but I do have, like...
Yeah, it was probably just on your end, because, like, from what you were streaming to me, it looked fine.
Yeah. Like, it was just, like, difficult for me to... Like, I would say, like, I think I took more attempts on that fight than I did on the Mad Mew Mew fight. I did 5 or 6 attempts on Mad Mew Mew, and I think I did 10 attempts on Flowery, which means the secret boss was easier than the actual boss.
And what I'll say is I haven't seen too much on the discourse with this chapter yet, but generally what I found is people think the reverse. They think that the Mew Mew fight is, like, really frustrating, but, like, I have not seen anybody comment on the Flowery fight being frustrating or difficult or anything, is what I've seen so far.
Honestly, Mew Mew fight I found quite fun. Like, a little bit frustrating with fun. The Flowery fight, on the other hand, I just found frustrating, and, like, that could entirely be my computer. Like...
Yeah, the most I've seen people mention on that fight is I've seen a couple people bring up the idea that Flowery deals way too much damage, right? Like, if you come right after, you know, beating the Titan, it's really weird that Flowery is, like, dealing, like, a third of your health every time he hits you, you know? my overall opinion of this chapter is that I agree with the idea that, like, given what we were expecting, it's kind of disappointing. But, like, I think by the time the entire game's out, I think it'll solidify itself a bit better in my mind, right? And that's like, because, like, I agree the word disappointing is apt to describe this. But I think with, like, chapter 1, for instance, I just am like, I'm pretty close to, like, actively dislike that chapter. Like, there are good things it does and sets up, but chapter 1 is definitely the one that feels the most like Toby hadn't quite found his stride with this game yet, and it feels like
there's a lot of things about chapter 1 I like, but, like, ultimately chapter 1 is so divorced from the rest of the game in places. Like, like, the idea of Susie being a bully who redeems herself, absolutely, perfectly fine. But, like, the way Susie acts at the start of that chapter still feels incongruent with how she acts basically from the start of chapter 2 onwards. Like, she's never the same character again after, like, the first half of chapter 1. And, like, there is definitely places in chapter 1 where I feel like that. Like, you know, like, I constantly bring up Ralsei spider theory because it's funny and it annoys you. Like, I don't fully believe it. I just, you know, I don't really have a full theory on what I think Ralsei actually is, because I don't think it's Asriel dust. But, like, we'll see. Like,
I've kind of updated Asriel's dust to be like, I think it is something left behind by Asriel. If that is dust, then so be it. But, like, I think I refuse to believe that Ralsei is completely disconnected from Asriel. I think there is some connection, especially since we literally finally got an Asriel sprite this chapter, and the Asriel sprite does in fact look like Ralsei, not just like a younger Ralsei. It looks like Ralsei.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I missed.
Yeah, because Asgore has a flashback thing, or not really flashback, but he starts picturing his family in silhouette form.
Oh yeah.
And there's Toriel, and then there's Chris, and obviously the goat-shaped one has to be Asriel, right? And yeah, like, it's shaped like Ralsei.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of things to like about it, but ultimately it's a disappointment. Like, feels like what little setup we got was, like, minor compared to just, like I said, like, after waiting a year for this, like, the fact is that the game is running in place.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is. And I mean, in all fairness to Toby, he did warn us that this was going to be that kind of chapter, but I still feel like, I mean, even chapter 3, which was kind of a filler chapter, gave us a lot more to chew on than this one did, right? Like, that's the main issue I have, is, like, I was already kind of disappointed with the yields from chapter 3, and this one's like less than half of what chapter 3 gave us. So it's like, I don't know, like, again, I think this one knocks it out of the park from the gameplay perspective, like, just from what I could see. At least I obviously need to play it myself, but, like, this does look like just flat out the funnest chapter of the bunch to just straight up play, right?
I mean, gameplay wise, like, it was definitely, I would say this is definitely one of the most, like I said, aside from the flowery fight, this was definitely the most fun I had playing a chapter. Like,
yeah.
And, like, I like all the secret boss fights. I really, I mean, like, I guess the most interesting things to chew on are, like, is that really the last we see of Dr. Eggman? Is that really the last Black Shard? Like, is chapter 6 and 7 going to be,
It is so weird, by the way, that like so many important things are being wrapped up here, like the shadow crystals, the eggs, like, it's like I get the feeling chapter 6 is gonna open on something crazy, but if that happens, I'm just going to be sitting here asking, well, why didn't chapter 5 end on this, right? Instead of chapter 6
like,
start on this, right?
I mean,
like,
the thing that's getting me with this is, like, chapter, you know, ending chapter 5 like this feels so anticlimactic that, like, when you have a game like this game that has essentially subsisted on fan theories and rumors and, like, oh shit moments, like, you know, every chapter so far has ended on an oh shit moment. Like, every one, except this one, ends on what? Susie
Noelle
decorating.
is probably gonna join the party, which is, you know, that's exciting, but that's like, the problem I have with that is, like, it's entirely possible that's just not going to happen, and
Like,
that it's just
yeah,
a bait and
like-
switch.
like,
I
almost
can't even
certain-
get excited for that. So
Like, I'm almost certain it's not going to happen because Rudy fell over, maybe, except of course, maybe he didn't. Maybe that was Carol, like, luring Noelle out to do something. Like,
yeah.
like, that's another tease. Like, you know, we get told that early on, like, Noelle runs off to deal with that, and then it's not addressed later. And, like, I get it, Chris doesn't want to address it with us and doesn't tell Susie, so we're not gonna know, but, like, I guess that's the tease, but the fact that that tease was so early on, like, that you kind of forget about it, because, like, you've got, what, an hour and a half at the festival, and then 6 hours of putzing around in the flower shop world.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
For
I'll,
what it's
I'll
worth.
like, you know, feel better about it chapter later, but, like, you know, we talked about this, like, if this is what the last two chapters are gonna bring, then I'm not holding out hope for this beating Mother 3 in its 1000th time on my top 10 list. You gotta get that ending.
I mean, I don't think this game's gonna beat Mother 3 for me anyway. Like, I think it'll probably... I'm pretty confident it'll beat Undertale for me. And, like, even after this chapter, I'm still pretty confident in that. Again, I am pretty confident that, like, after the dust has settled, I'm going to put this one cleanly above 1 and 3. Like, again, there's definitely problems here, especially when you account for wait time. But also, like, I mean, this chapter was supposed to release all at once with, like it was supposed to be 2, 3, 4, and 5 all at one time initially, but Toby just decided not to do it that way. And I don't know if it would have been better or worse if he did, because, like a lot of stuff would have been, like, different, I guess. Like, there would be less time for us to, like, marinate on the chapters.
I definitely think that it would have been a mistake having seen chapter 5 to end, like, to go 3, 4, 5, like was originally planned, because having the most impactful chapter in the middle, I mean, you know, more people would have more to chew on, I guess, but, like, I mean, the other issue I'm having with this is, like, I mean, I think you're doing chapter 3 a disservice. Like, chapter 3 has so much, like, reveals about Chris's home life. Like, it's got lots of, like, I mean, and maybe, like, you know, there's gonna be some stuff that we find that, like, makes us question stuff, but, like, John Mantle and, like, the back rooms, like, that whole section, there's just so much about chapter 3 that's, like, impactful, and this chapter just doesn't have anywhere near as much to chew on. Like, ultimately the reveal is Asgore was looking into Dark Worlds, which we already learned in chapter 4, and we already, like, theorized before that.
So here's the thing. Right. My problem with chapter 3 isn't the story reveals. Like, the story reveals in chapter 3 are great. I just think chapter 3 is probably, you know, asterisk, I might have to think on it a bit, but probably the least fun one to play. Right, like, I don't enjoy the act of going through chapter 3 physically. The only saving grace for that gameplay to me is I think Eram and the Roaring Knight are really fun boss fights.
Yeah.
But that's not enough to like I just want to say I fucking hate the Tenna fight. Like that's the equivalent of my fucking like flowery to you is I hate playing the Tenna fight.
See, I like the Tenna fight. The Tenna fight is a fun fight to me. But yeah, you said you suck at rhythm games, and you know I play Project Eva, so you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the fact that I have to get good at a rhythm game to fucking 100% this game is definitely not ideal for me. Right? Like, yeah, like I just in general, like, do not like playing through because like even ignoring the parts of like the parts I actively dislike, like the Tenna fight and the rhythm game and stuff, like ignoring all of that, like what are the highs of the chapter exactly? Like what is the fun part? I mean, it's ERAM and the Roaring Night. Those are the highs of the chapter as far as like gameplay, and I don't think that's enough. Right.
I mean, like, so I think definitely like gameplay wise is the best one, but like it really feels like compared to chapters 3, I mean it's weird to me that you would say that because like I know how much you prioritize story over gameplay in a lot of cases, so it's strange to me that you would put this one above 3.
Here's the thing. For like what it comes down to is I do not hate the story of 5. If chapter 5 was a self-contained story, not part of a bigger whole, instant 10 out of 10. The problem is contextually it is weird that we're getting this like now, right? Like it feels like this should have been chapter 3. Right?
I mean, to me, like, I think this would have worked better as chapter 4, and then you would have, like, I mean, like, I understand the reasoning, like, for the way it's set up, but, like...
The point is it's weird that we're getting this now. This could have been chapter 2, chapter 1, chapter 3, chapter 4, like... It's weird that we're getting this like right before the climax, right? But I mean, in the vacuum,
definitely be interesting if this had been chapter 4 as well, because like if the release had been chapters 3 and 4, and like then Sanctuary had been 5, it would have been so interesting, the discourse, because it basically would have made people think Chris is the one making the Dark Fountains, because the only person we would have seen making Dark Fountains would have been Chris.
Yeah. But yeah, but like as a self-contained story, I mean, I like chapter 5. Like it has fun characters. It does have like interesting growth, like an interesting arc for basically everyone involved, right? Like I get as the part of the bigger whole, it's pretty weak, but like I don't hate the story of chapter 5. Meanwhile, in chapter 3, while I appreciate the bigger reveals in chapter 3, it's not like a top story for me. And unlike chapter 5, where I don't hate the story, I do hate the gameplay of chapter 3.
I get you. I understand, like I said, for me, like, taking it as part of a whole, I think chapter 5 is weaker than chapter 3, but like if we're judging it as if every chapter was an individualized game, then I guess I would probably put chapter 5 over chapter 3. In fact, I'd probably put chapter 5 like it would probably be like 4, 5, 2, 3, 1 in terms of like gameplay, and in terms of like judging each chapter if it was a standalone thing.
Oh, I think 5's gameplay, I mean, I guess I haven't played it, so I can't comment. I think 5's gameplay is better than 4's.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm talking from a standalone as like a standalone experience, you know? If you take every chapter as a standalone experience, I think 4 has the strongest in terms of both narrative, you know, music, gameplay, and like the exploration gameplay of 4 is strong enough to hold it up, even though like it's still obviously, you know, the systems we've come to expect. Then I would say 4, maybe like 3 and 2. Like 2 is standard RPG fare for the most part, but like you know, the weird route is what holds 2 up above 3. I like the Zelda boards in 3 enough, but like I can see why, you know, I would put it relatively low in terms of gameplay because like, I mean, honestly, for me, 3 would be better if they'd done 3 boards, but then that was it. Like, if they'd had no like part of the game that was like normal Deltarune, it was just they just done like the 3 boards.
I think I probably agree with that mostly because like I'm not in love with the boards, but I think one of the biggest parts holding 3 back for me is like I weirdly do not at all like the segment where it's normal Deltarune. It's like easily the worst strain of like that's gameplay in the entire game.
I mean, that's what I was thinking as well, because that is like the weakest part. It's the weakest part of Chapter 3, and it's the weakest part of Deltarune. Like, the only part I can think that's even similar to it is, ironically, probably the place with the best music, but one of the weakest gameplay segments is Cyber's World.
Oh, like, yeah, Cyber's World is definitely a little rough.
But like, yeah, no, and as the TV World, like, normal segments are really weak to me as well. So yeah, like, I agree with that. Like I said, like, I think cutting the boards was a mistake. I think they should have cut the actual gameplay segment of that chapter and just kept all 3 boards. Like, maybe, like, you know, that would have disappointed people, but I think, like, a chapter where it basically completely subverts what your expectations of what the game should play like would be really fun.
Yeah.
Would probably be more fondly remembered as well.
For sure. Oh, actually, I wanna posit this to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what the song's called yet, but so Flowery's boss theme. I think I like it more than Hopes and Dreams.
I would have to let that sit with me because, you know, I do love my Hopes and Dreams. It's up there with The World Revolving as one of Toby's best songs, right next to Cascade.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that at the beginning of this, but after sitting here with you going through the boss fight 15 times and just actively, the song was the main thing that I was listening to because I kind of stopped looking at your gameplay a while ago, so I was just kind of like listening to the song and like, holy shit, it's a fucking banger.
I mean, I think that's why it has to sit with me because that like was that frustrating. Like I couldn't really like focus on it. So yeah, like I could say like I'll listen to it, I'll see what I think. I still, you know.
Yeah. I just wanted to posit that because that sounds like heresy, but like I don't know. I think if you actually sit and listen to that song for a bit, like you'll see what I mean. Like, it's like both of the boss themes in this track are definitely easy top 10ers for me on the soundtrack. Like, I love both of them a lot.
Anyway,
but I would actually.
So here we go. Weird Roots time. If well, we're starting out with it, aren't we?
Yeah, no, the entire chapter is just Weird Root.
You're welcome, Noelle. We made Noelle stronger, so. Damn, we missed that festival. I mean, I can make you get out of bed, Chris. Spinny, spinny, spinny. And... oh. Eat the toast. Okay. Oh, I see. No festival for us. Not in a weird kind of a way.
Oh, you can interact with stuff here and it won't just do ... by the way.
I mean, it's Susie yapping. I used the green pen for my radioactive breath. Do you remember my genocides? The ice cream sands?
Oh yeah, like, by the way, this hardest confirmation of Deltarune, Sans Deltarune ever. Like, this is the picture.
Yeah.
Like I forgot that it was a drawing. I thought it was a photograph for some reason.
I did too, but yeah, like, yeah.
Let me find it. Like, because like I'll DM it to you.
I mean, yeah, like
It specifically mentions this poorly drawn too, which means Toby was planning for Susie to be the one to make this like way back. Like the fact that Susie doesn't draw well is like important.
Oh. Now that Noel's not here, we should totally get a hose and fill that cap. Eating the floor raisins. One's home. And we left all her art crap. Let's draw in her sketchbook. Her art's like crazy good. She's even like good at stuff. Gotta praise Temmie. Guess she'll be going to Kuleg. Take the Cinnabon. 3 rolls and honey packets and butter. It's basically a good sandwich. No one in there. That means free grape soda and
Oh, your 5 nights at QC's theory was incorrect, by the way.
oh. I don't even remember what my 5 nights at QC's theory was.
It was that IC's and QC's was gonna merge into basically location.
I mean, that could happen in chapter 6.
Oh, true. I guess we can't mark it off the board yet.
5 nights at QC's is real. Okay, we gotta go on the Ferris wheel, and then we gotta confess. Who is really in love with Susie is me. Okay. Animated moving though. Ketchup, salt water, that's free tomato soup. Living in luxury, bon appetit, right?
For real.
Hey, see? Rudy's fine. Don't gotta go to the shelter though.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Dude, you okay? Hit the king and queen thing? And now I still got some lights to finish up. Yeah, man. See, it's better you learn sooner than later. Holidays are always full of surprises. Gonna fall down or what? Depends on which holiday. I need to see you get jump scared, but I can't go in there. We're banned. I was feeling like the ball grapes or whatever, and I'll put our hand in the ball and started holding mine. Yeah, they banned us for that. Did Hometown always have Snowden's theme in it?
I'm not sure, actually.
Hey, move your feet, that's Telecoin. Noelle, she did something kind of funny earlier. I said I didn't have any cash for food, and she got like a roll of bills, probably like hundreds. Held it out to me, smiling. I mean, I've never even seen that much money. It just feels so weird. You had $5, I'd expect you to buy me stuff, but I guess same back. And even else I was acting kind of weird today. I guess he was just worried you slept in. He wanted me to do anything, and it was like he shook his head. Anyway, let's see him later. looking at the books. It's the weekend. Then takoyaki. What the hell is this? Okay. We get to do this. I won. Well, I think that's all we're getting. Gotta go talk to Noelle. So nothing bad could possibly happen.
Yeah, so just a heads up, there'll be like a slow start where you have the option to abort, but eventually all the options will say proceed, and that's when you should start mashing.
Okay.
But then, yeah, just don't accidentally start mashing the abort button.
Okay. I'm good at saying this stuff, but even if we didn't really do anything, it was nice seeing the you and stuff. I know me and Noelle are getting kind of close, but you're still a big deal to me too, so cheer up, okay? See ya. At the lake. But I took the benches away. No? I know you wanted to deny it. Do at first. But eventually, we're going to have to face the truth. There when everything happened, every cell in my body was screaming at me, run away. If I stayed by your side any longer, you're going to drag me down somewhere no one was supposed to go. And what terrified me most about that? Think I want that. That's left. Been doing has just been marching down my path. Being quiet, getting good grades. Like I've just been watching myself through class. Watching someone else move me through my life. That's why I want to do something crazy. That's why I want to break free. But I can't. I couldn't. Because I'm just Noelle. A Noelle that has to do Noelle things. Just like Chris has to do Chris things. But Chris, you changed. Chris, you actually changed. Like Sifrin. Appreciate how weird that Noelle sprite is. Like, unhinged. You found out how to stop being Chris, and no one else has noticed. Because they don't want to. They don't want to see how interesting you are now. They'll just keep marching down the same path without even thinking where it goes. Chris, being around you. Changing me too. Chris, when I cast Snowgrave, I felt stronger than I have in my entire life. I know it's horrible. It's horrible to say that, but Chris, if it's you telling me to do anything, if you tell me to, I can do things that are impossible. Things no one else can do. So, why don't we do it? Why don't we do something crazy? Tell me. Tell me to grow wings and let's fly out of this stupid town from where no one has ever been before. The other side of the lake? We always wanted to see what was there, didn't we? 4 of us when we were kids. Chris, let's go there. You'll tell me, won't you? If you tell me to, I can do anything. So, tell me, Chris. The words I've been waiting to hear. That's as nice as that, Chris. Yes, don't hesitate. It's colder than I thought. Chris, don't let go of my hands. Just keep walking. Chris, just keep walking. Chris. Chris. Chris, you can still hear me, can't you? Chris, keep saying it. Okay, Chris. Chris. Say it. Am I mashing fast enough? They survive. That's chapter 7. Side B.
Surprise, it was Homestuck all along.
I mean, Certainly was Homestuck all along.